Memorizing the names of people we meet or we find in the books we read is a general problem of human memory. Names are abstract and difficult to visualize concepts for the brain, as opposed to human faces, which are essentially images, therefore much easier to remember. If you are able to associate a concrete image to the name from the beginning, it will be difficult not to remember it later. The good news is that there are several number of scientifically proven ways to remember people's names. Although on the internet, you can find numerous tips on how to remember the people's names, in this lesson, I will present you with a very simple method that can help you develop this skill known as the names association technique. Here are the steps of this technique. Step 1. Pay attention. The first step is to pay attention when you read or hear someone's name. If you don't catch the person's name the first time, pause your lecture and repeat it to yourself mentally. That way, you will transfer the name from your working to your long-term memory. If you have a picture of the person in your material, carefully observe his face and think if the name matches his figure. Step 2. Create an image from a person's name. When you first read or hear a person's name, immediately create an image in association with it. A name doesn't mean anything to your brain. For this reason, a mental picture of it is not easily formed. To memorize names to go with faces, names need to be translated into images. The secret to memorizing names is to attach significance to them by translating them into concrete and easy-to-remember images of known people, objects, or animals. There are 3 ways to create this visual association. If the name already has a meaning, such as carpenter or wolf, use that, like imagining Martin Wolf as a wolf dressed as a grandmother. If the name doesn't immediately have a meaning, as is true of most names, see if you can come up with other memorable associations. For example, if the person's name is Donald, you might think of Donald Trump. If the person's name is George, you might think of George Clooney. If the name has no meaning, you can break down the word into a substitute word or idea using the sound-alike technique. For example, if you meet Mr. Lawrence, you might think of some lower ants. If you meet a Paul, you might think of a ball. And if you encounter a Mike, you might think of a microphone. Think of something that sounds enough like the name to remind you of it. Just think of whatever first comes to your mind and use the associations that come into your brain naturally. These are the ones your memory will find easiest to recall.